Nope.
I still forgot to manage to turn on. Alright. Hello and welcome everybody to episode 157. What episode is that,
Yay.
Ryan?
That's 157. That's our birthday episode
It's a
of Indeterminate
birthday
Age.
episode of what we've discovered. Ryan seemed to think it was 4 years, but it's 3 years. We've been doing this every week for 3 years.
Oh God. Yeah.
3
Yeah.
years.
Quite some
So,
time, isn't it?
yeah, we've been doing this for quite a bit of time. We haven't missed one. We've gotten
Yeah.
close to missing some, but we have not missed one.
Nope. And hopefully that will stay for a long time as I've just update the social medias to make sure that
Yeah, I kind
everyone
of put
can
you on
see
the
that we're
spot
doing
there.
what we're doing.
So yeah, so we're on episode 157, and we'll start how we normally start with.
With an update.
Oh yeah, we have an update. Which update?
So yeah, during the 12-hour Immaterial Gamers All Random All Nighter, I put my foot in my mouth again about an hour into the 12-hour stream. I made a bet that if XL, one of the teams in the LEC that we're doing the Fantasy League with, and we're going to discuss more of that later, if they made playoffs, I would go bald. And this is the reason why I've got the baseball cap. One, because I wanted a baseball cap. Two, it was to hide my head full of hair so you wouldn't be able to see it. Now, clearly, XL didn't make playoffs, so just for proof here,
He didn't go bald.
still head full of hair. However, I like the cap, so it's staying.
I think caps look weird on him, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's probably because it doesn't fit with my big round head, but you know, but that's just how that works.
Should I make my announcement?
Do you want to
Yeah.
make the announcement now, or do you
Uh,
want to sort of give it a little bit of time and see?
I'll do it in between the news, right before we go into the news.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
that seems fine. Yeah, so there is an Immaterial Gamers Fantasy League announcement that will occur later on.
Just before the news, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Now back to the regular
So, the
scheduled
news.
podcast.
well, what's been
No.
played? What's been played?
the-
We'll start with Darius because he's on the top left.
I don't want to be first.
You're always first.
Well,
You have the D in your
you
name.
are.
You have the D-A-R-I. You beat me because of the I. That's your fault. If you
So,
go ahead.
yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say if you didn't have the I in your name, I would be before you. Because now it goes alphabetical by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Right. So, the whole week was kind of with board games. Started with few games of the Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Seems easy, simple game, but once you start playing, it's more complex and it's taking a lot more time than you anticipated.
Okay.
So yeah, played it with 5 people. Kind of win, but kind of cheat.
Cheating.
Because yeah, that's what Ryan is teaching me.
Oh, screw you, Darius.
Ryan, how dare you teach him how to cheat?
Well, look, he was watching the Saturday Shin Megami Tensei stream, and part of that stream involves a mini game called Puzzle Boy.
Puzzle Boy.
And there's 20 stages of pushing blocks to make sure that they don't get stuck anywhere and having to get to a blue cube, and you have to do it in one 20 puzzle sitting. If you leave at any time, you have to start from the beginning. And I'm sorry, on a 2 to 3 hour stream, ain't nobody got time for constantly checking and constantly retrying games. So yeah, I pulled up a walkthrough. What are you gonna do about it? Where's Steph?
In the other room.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh wait,
Darius
he's
was like
behind you.
having a look. It's like, but yeah, no, Darius was, yeah, it was Darius. It was just like, how the hell do you do this? Wait, what? How are you doing this? Why are you cheating? You're a cheat. Steph warned me about you, and then sort of like didn't say anything for the rest of the stream, which made it really sound like he's just gone and ran off and told off me.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Steph
it's
will be
just
at your
actually
house
what happened.
in T-5,
y-
4,
Yeah.
3.
Wait. No. No. No, but yeah, that's what led. Like, I'm guessing that's what Darius left that stream early to learn
Yeah.
how to cheat at Game of Thrones.
Well, to be honest, it was like no one noticed. At the beginning, you have like a set, let's say 4 or 5 pieces where you have to put it on the board on a certain places. However, no one noticed. Mine was well, even before we drew who we play in. So one of the pieces was not where it's supposed to be, giving you the advantage of resources.
Okay.
So ideally, I should have this resource at least 1 or 2 turns later, not straight away. And because it was straight away for me to use, I took the advantage of it.
Nice. Lucky you.
Which basically spawn more troops.
So you cheated.
Having more troops.
I got it. You
Yeah.
cheated.
So basically, yeah.
Are you trying to play Switch? You have a Switch controller in your hand.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
And by the time we realized what's going on, it was really like half through the game. So yeah, let's just screw it. Let's keep going. And at the end, it was mainly to having a really, really good time instead of like playing for to just play, just win.
Sometimes it's just worth it to get a few. They get through it faster and easier.
Yeah. And also on Sunday, I've played quite a few other board games because I went to UK Game Expo.
Okay.
Which was fun. So if you would like to, I can talk about it a little bit right now, or you can go with yours. What's being played?
We'll talk about that a bit more in the news. How about that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Actually, before I go to what's been played, I want to thank CHacks18 for following on our stream earlier and spending about an hour and a half. Yeah, chatting with me for about an hour and a half. He spent an hour and a half of his time just chatting and helping me and having fun. And so I wanted to give him an extra thank you. I thanked him then. I'll thank him again. So thank you, CHacks. See, cheating, hacks, cheating, hacks. There you go.
Oh, what have I started?
So, what have I played? Well, as of 2 hours ago, I was streaming X4. Had a pretty successful stream on that. I'm not going to talk much about that because you can go watch the video. It's on our Twitch right now, and it'll be on our YouTube shortly.
Yeah, onto that backlog of stuff because there's more VODs than anything else these days.
Yeah, we've been doing quite a few streams, so it's streaming is now our
getting into it.
Yeah, streaming is now our primary, which is good.
Yeah,
it's a little bit easier for you. It's a lot better than having to edit all those videos.
Yes.
So
yes, I mean there's still stuff that I would edit, but at least now we can like move that towards sort of other projects.
Yeah, like
so stuff like the Fantasy League and actually being able to just throw that in there.
Yeah, having the video going and then you just talking along with it is a lot better than trying to do that on the fly live. That would be very hard to do. So yeah. So what else have I played? I can't remember. Oh yeah, so last week I went and played some D&D after my podcast, which we're going to be doing
Oh
again
yes,
today. And it's not really a video game, but it's still, I think it still fits.
it works.
I don't really want to talk about what happened to my character during that because it's not exactly pleasant to
Safe
talk
for
about.
work.
Safe for work. But let's just say our level 1 characters went up against a hill giant, and which is much higher level, and we probably shouldn't have gone up against it yet. But our DM decided that we were killing everything else way too easily, and put us up against a much, much higher level monster than expected. But we were victorious. We managed to defeat it.
We're good.
The NPC that we had with us kind of gave us a massive advantage. Laid grease on the floor and made him fall over. And once he was laying in grease, we set it on fire. So he was taking grease and extra damage from being prone, and it was a good time. I almost got killed a few times because I was up close and personal. As the tank
Well,
cleric that I
you
am.
are a tank cleric, aren't you? So
Yeah, but when I'm level 1 and it's like a level 5 minimum monster, it's if he hit me, I would have been dead. Doesn't matter if I'm a tank. If he hit me, I was dead. So it was risky, but we prevailed. I didn't die. I'm still here to tell the tales. So, what else have I played? Been messing around with Tabletop Simulator because now we're gonna have less people actually at my house to be playing that. So I had to try to get some of our characters into it and get a board up on Tabletop Simulator for Dungeons and Dragons.
I think I overheard this on Sunday. You were on conversation, weren't you?
Yeah.
About possibly doing stuff like this remote.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on a phone call through my computer. I forgot to mute Discord. And I was still in the channel.
Yeah.
The worst part is I
did
didn't need to key in for it, but I was still keying in out of habit. So, yeah. So we're going to be doing a little bit more remotely. I got to figure out what they want to do remotely. But other than that, I didn't have a lot of time last weekend, even though I did have 2 extra days off. I think I played a little bit of Ark with Stefan, but
just a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't much. And then just some team fight tactics. Kind of. I like some of the new team fight tactics, but not a lot. It's not that much different, obviously, but it's.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this set hasn't done it for me.
Yeah.
As much as Galaxies did beforehand. I think I just loved the idea of changing the rules of the game.
Yeah, the randomness.
As opposed to
a little bit more randomness to it. It was
yeah.
I did enjoy that. Yes, I will give it that. So, other than that, I think it moves on to Ryan.
Okay, fair enough. So I've got a couple for you. I'm currently playing what I'm going to be talking about next. That's the whole reason we got the Switch controllers. But the first game that I was looking at is a game that came out last week called The Ascent.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a sort of isometric cyberpunk twin stick shooter. By a developer that completely, it's like some Giant Games or something like that. If someone could search it for me while I'm talking about it, that would be.
I'm currently trying to figure out why I'm getting darker and darker.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
I'm getting very dark.
You're being Oscared off.
Yeah.
You were orange. Going down.
You were orange.
Yeah,
and now
I'm in.
You're not
so
as
I'm in an
orange
oven. I'm stealing your light.
You're absorbing all of my light. Are you a black hole?
Well, I mean,
I wasn't gonna say that much mass, but you went there.
Yeah, well, I did. I can because I am. But yeah, so it's a cyberpunk themed shooter that can be played co-op and is suggested to be played co-op. Set on a sort of a like business planet where you've been either duped into signing your life away in a contract, or you needed to head over there. You're what's called an indent, which of course is just short for indentured servant.
You're an indent?
Yeah, you do start as an indent.
Ooh.
And then basically shit goes south with one of the
Hi, Stefan.
corporations. Oh, Stefan's saying hi, is he?
Ryan, the kid keeps coming around. It's the 5th time this week, and I've only played it 3 times this week.
The heck's he on about? The kid
I don't know! What kid?
keeps coming around. It's the 5th time this week, and I've only played it 3 times this week. I mean, who's the kid? What is it? And I mean, oh, he's playing Warframe.
Oh.
And there's
The
a
kid
sort
is
of a
playing
character,
Warframe?
there's sort of an evil or not evil character called the Man in the Wall, who, due to story reasons, can just pop up on your screen and it'll just go, "Hey kiddo," and just be like looking really dodgy on the random parts of your ship. And the moment you turn your camera away and go back, he's gone.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he's meant to be.
It's kind of like the
So I get
civilian that I
that.
had to pick up on my X4.
Oh, you mean the one that hangs out at the skips?
Yeah. right by the dumpster? Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Lily. This camera has a very wide angle. I had to cut off a whole bunch of the edges because it's very wide, like it's like got a fisheye to it or something.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just very wide. Oh yeah, hi Lily.
That's like almost 180 degrees to my side.
Yeah.
So it's very strange.
You did pick me up, Terry. Stop line. Oh right, so he's saying that he was the
Didn't.
man behind the bins.
Yeah.
So yeah, power vacuum in this business, which means everyone's racing to become the new biggest corporation in the thing, and your character is meant to try and help that corporation rise. Hopefully, sort yourself out of your contract, and you're no longer a slave. Pretty simple controls on it. You run with the left stick, you shoot with the right, you aim with the right stick, and you fire with the trigger, and you can do little dodge rolls and stuff like that. It's basically gunplay Diablo, in a sense. And I wish I could tell you more, except there's a slight problem with it. The game's unoptimized at the moment for Game Pass, which is what I'm playing it on. So there's no DLSS settings in the thing. It doesn't do ray tracing properly. So if you've got a ray tracing graphics card and you're trying to render some of the big set pieces and explosions in it, it no work good.
It no work good.
Yeah.
Hi, Martin.
So it doesn't. Hi, Martin. Yeah, it doesn't work out very well, and so that bit, it just like has big juttery points. Which now, if you're running and gunning against multiple enemies all over the place, the last thing you want is your set piece of a tunnel exploding in the background to stutter your game. So now you're stood still and you get hit by 8 million enemies.
Yeah, not usually a good thing.
Yeah, and
So
also
basically,
at that
if
point,
anything, you should buy it on Steam.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine on anything other than Xbox app for Game Pass. However, the developers have said that they were unaware that had happened with the Game Pass build, and are
Okay.
working on getting it fixed ASAP. Because the other thing on that is that loading times on the Game Pass version are double that of any other release. So it's like you are waiting a while, and I was sat there when I first played, and it's like, this shouldn't be this intensive on my computer. What is going on?
So it's not optimized very well.
Yeah, so it's not optimized very well at the moment, but it is due to be fixed. And so what I would say on that is that when it is fixed, I'll talk about it.
Okay.
So we can sort of discuss more. So the other thing I'm playing, and I can actually just pause this now because it is the same as any other Ace Attorney game in terms of style and how it works. But yeah, I'm currently playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on the Switch.
Literally currently playing it as he pauses.
Yeah, I was literally playing it at the time. I am now not playing it because we've done enough for that for now.
That's okay. Technically, I'm playing X4 right now. It's still running in the
Yeah,
background. I
so
forgot to close it.
so that means Steph's playing Warframe, as Mike's playing Diablo 3. Just everyone's doing what they do. Really, Stefan, this is just how the recording of a podcast is at the moment. Darius looks like he just got up. Ryan's live from the ball game he's at, and Terry's the fishbowl he lives in.
Hey, I got light again. Don't know what I did, but I got light again.
Someone switched off the lights.
Well, no, it's daytime, and I'm using
Hold
daylight.
on, someone switched off the light, which gave you more light.
Yeah, someone's. Ryan turned off his light, which gave me some of it back.
Ah, yeah.
He was absorbing all my light. So he turned off some of his light. He gave it back.
Yeah, so it came out recently. It's a new entry in the Ace Attorney visual novel / point and click adventure series. Now set in the Meiji period, or the Meiji period of Japan, 19th century, basically. Yeah. So you are a descendant of Phoenix Wright, the original Ace Attorney. And you go solve cases. Generally, at the moment, from where I am in the storyline, it's generally solving cases where you were the suspect.
Okay, so
because reasons. Basically, this character is so unlucky in the first 2 cases of the game, he is the prime suspect. But it builds on stuff from the crossover game Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney. So you're not just facing a judge and you're doing all that. You've got a jury in the system because a lot of the cases are going to be set in Britain, where you're aided by the character Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that's not a play on words at all.
Well, to be fair, the first victim of the game is a John H. Wilson, a professor at a university in Japan, and the former sidekick to Sherlock Holmes. It's just
that's
how Ace Attorney
an
deals with their
unexpected
names as
turn
well.
of events.
Yeah, an unexpected turn of events. But yeah, and the other thing is it brings in from Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney is the idea of cross-examining multiple witnesses at the same time. So generally in the Ace Attorney games, it would be you versus the one witness, finding their inconsistencies with the items that you picked up along the game in the point-and-click adventure segments, and objection to their stuff. Or in this case, my character or the character in the game goes, yes. That's how he objects to something. Yes. I'm like, sure, fair enough. But yeah, so enjoying it so far. Still in the first chapter because the game is a double pack, so it contains both of these great Ace Attorney games in one collection, a bit like the old Phoenix Wright trilogy. Which they haven't done the Apollo Justice trilogy either. Or they've not even brought out the Ace Attorney Investigation series starring Miles Edgeworth, which is quite honestly the better set of games. But one of them is in Japan only, so shame. But yeah, enjoying it so far. We'll come back to you when I find out some big, massive, groundbreaking plot points to spoil in a game that's been out for a few years. But only released in English this month. And that's other than playing Fall Guys Season 5, where I've now got the Ratchet costume.
Woo!
Yeah, lucky you.
Finally.
Hey,
finally.
What? No, Darius just said something there.
Lucky you.
Oh, lucky me, lucky me.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see the win on Sunday?
No, I haven't. I didn't have a chance because I was in Birmingham.
Oh, damn. But yeah, ended up in a squads duo, got all the achievements for that.
Nice.
Literally carried my duo partner through the game because they went AFK 2 rounds into the 4-round
Wow.
series. They just walked off three rounds into the 5-round series. They walked off a platform in the survival game. I still qualified. The next round was the big shots, the one with the seesaw and the cannons firing at you. So I just literally grabbed them and was moving them along to keep them in. And then in the final, which was Thin Ice, I just let them fall to their death. And didn't throw the game this time. So yeah, I literally carried myself
You literally carried them
to a
through.
team win. So I
good
reported
fun.
I reported the player afterwards for griefing because it was quite clear that they were still there. Otherwise, they would have left. They were just
Yeah.
being a dick. But yeah, so I'm all prepared for next week now, which is the Clank challenges. And if we fully complete the Clank challenges, we get that nameplate that I wasn't actually aiming for, but might as well go for since I complete the Ratchet challenges.
Yeah. Might as well.
So yeah, right. Fantasy League announcement then, Terry. Is that right?
Yes. So, unfortunately, I can't tell you the positions of the players
Mm-hmm.
because that comes out on Friday.
Yes, but what we can tell you is
I
that the winner of the Fantasy League or that round.
Yeah, one person's getting eliminated, so that will leave 4 players remaining. And the only bit of news that will get broken is first place does get to pick who they're up against.
Yes.
And I am first place. So that part will be known. Thank you. I'm not trying, but thank you. I think my bots are the reason I'm winning. Because I just started taking points from my bots whenever they decided was going to win, or whatever the smart bot decided was going to win, I just started using. And it seemed to work for me. So, I actually got better points than... Oh no, the smart bot has me beat by 3 points, but... Even still, I...
Yes.
am going to pick my opponent.
Yeah. So the idea of
Pick
this
your
is
own bot.
Terry. No, the bots are now done. The battle of the bots was for the regular season, and that's all complete. And we'll give the results to that on the Friday episode as well. But Terry gets to pick his opponent for week 2 of the 3-week playoffs. The remaining 2 people, which you'll find out again on Friday, will play the first week of playoffs. And then the winners of each of those will fight in the final week as well. So
my selection is I want to play against Stefan.
Oh.
You're welcome, Stefan.
Okay.
Bold move.
Oh, that is very bold.
As everybody checks the scores to see who I'm going against.
Very bold.
Stefan asked, so I said, you know what? I think I'll be nice and I'll accept his challenge.
Cool. So yous now get basically a 2-week break.
Yes.
The remaining 2 players get a 1-week break because the LEC is taking a 1-week break. And then, that'll all be found out on Friday.
Stefan's gonna stop holding back now.
Oh no, Steph does this. He's like with the previous split, he wanted to just throw the game, but then when he realized throwing the game was actually making him win, he just decided,
I'll try and I'll lose.
Screw this, I'm in now. I'm in. Yeah, and he's the defending champion.
He is.
So,
but
yeah.
So yeah, that was my decision.
Okay, so how long are we on this podcast, Harry?
31 minutes.
31 minutes, right? Okay.
So we got to transition to the
news. Yeah.
The news.
Right. So, Darius, your talk about the UK Game Expo. I would like to give you in a second after we do and I can't believe we're able to do this, a follow-up on what we talked about last week. The whole whole Blizzard kerfuffle.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
anyone was under a rock last week, Blizzard got a lawsuit
Yes.
sent against him by the California Department for Fair Housing and Employment. And yeah, a lot of shit went down. Discussions of sexual harassment, sexual abuse, suicide in the employment staff, and a lot of stuff's gone down. Now, since we did that last week, it's only going to be a quick sort of bop of
Yeah.
what's happened. A walkout by Blizzard employees happened on the Wednesday last week.
Wow.
About 800 staff, offline and online, all did a walkout for 4 hours. There are pictures on the internet you can see of all Blizzard employees pretty much working inside Blizzard's California HQ. Were just outside the front gate. It was absolutely mental just to see that picture. Players joined in as well by staging a coordinated logout. So they all logged in, went to the main area of the newest expansion, Shadowlands, and then an hour after they all logged in, same time, all out. Some other people, like myself, didn't log in at all. Just decided no Blizzard games today, none of that. We'll just do that. And the way that it's going, there's going to be another one, most likely. So they're going to do it again, and probably join in again because the executive decisions for how they dealt with that was stupid.
Yeah.
Also since then, a couple of prominent Twitch streamers of World of Warcraft have decided, fuck that, we're not doing it anymore. One in the UK by the name of Preach has just decided that's it. I was already looking at leaving, but this has just solidified it. See you later. The Twitch streamer Asmongold had already moved over to Final Fantasy XIV because of the lack of quality that he perceived in Shadowlands, but was always willing to go back. He's threw his 2 cents in as well, and is really not happy with Blizzard's response to the whole situation. Bobby Kotick came out with his open letter, and everyone went, "No, yeah, this is nice. Don't be stupid. Oh, I'm going to bring in this legal team to help sort out the issues with management." Turns out people have had a quick cursory Google search, and that legal team also worked on the Amazon case to force unions to not happen. So they're not
Okay.
working for they're not like looking to help employees. They're there to solve the problem.
Like
So
damage control thing. Yeah.
yeah, that's a thing. It turns out Riot, when we talked a couple of years back about their sexual harassment issues, turns out they're also currently in a legal case with the California Department for Fair Housing and Employment.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's still going. So yeah, so that's an interesting thing, and that leads us to today or last night, where we talked about that one executive who worked for the Bush and Trump administrations.
Mhm.
She has doubled down, tripled down. She's posted a story about why whistleblowing is not good for America and all that stuff. And anyone who's responded to her negatively against her, whistleblowing's bad. Shut up and listen to me, and I can torture people for whatever I want whenever I want it. She's just blocked them all, whether they are fans, friends, family, or current Blizzard employees. So yeah, if anything, if we were on the idea that the shitstorm is over, it's not.
The
Not by a
beginning of
long
it.
shot. Yeah. So if there is any other stuff that happens during the week to follow, we'll do a quick wrap of it on next week's news. So Darius, your Games Expo.
Lily decided she wanted to say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, I did have a chance this year to go to the UK Game Expo because last year was cancelled.
Of course.
I think the last time was 2 years ago.
Yes, I remember
Uh,
that one. That one was where it was all fine, but didn't it have the incident regarding the D&D dungeon master who got kicked out because forced
yes.
his players into a campaign that started with them being sexually assaulted. It's funny how this keeps happening in the games industry, isn't it?
Seems to
People
be
can't just
everywhere.
fucking stop their libido for 1 second.
No, that can't happen. No.
Anyway, sorry, Darius.
Yeah,
I'm
no
getting on my
worries.
soapbox again there.
And this year it was way, 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 way smaller
Of course, to
than it
compensate for.
than it than it used to be.
Mm.
So,
Were they being safe and for being COVID secure, or
well,
was it just smaller anyway?
two things. First of all, some people didn't want to attend because of, well, we still kind of have the COVID, and we're
Mhm.
just waiting for it to die out, which might happen, might not happen. Let's leave it like that. And the second thing was they tried to create more safe spaces around for everyone.
Yeah.
So when you used to have like this tiny alleys through which you had to basically run people to get through,
Mm.
right now you have like lots of
Ample
space to
space.
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was there
lots,
still the same
lots of
amount of
space to
stuff
walk.
there, like, or was it just
No,
reduced as
no,
well?
everything was reduced. So it was like the 2 years ago or so, it was literally in like 3.5 halls.
Mm.
This time they closed everything in one.
Oof. It really was scaled down.
Yeah, so I wonder if it
Yeah.
was scaled down due to funding. Like they just, because of the last year's hurt, they just didn't have the, like a lot of businesses and stuff got hurt pretty bad, obviously.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, they just didn't have the
So maybe
funding to put it
yeah,
forward.
maybe they didn't have the funding. Maybe they just didn't see the point of going this year because they knew it will be smaller.
Mm.
They didn't
So
want to risk it. Like they make a lot
yeah,
of money from
basically
being there, but they also have to upfront it. And if they're not, if they're thinking that there's not going to be as many people, they're not going to make as much money. So they might just say maybe it's not worth
in
it.
my opinion, this kind of events are not about making money. No, they are there to expose their products.
Yeah, but that makes them money.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just,
makes them money on the long run, but not
yes,
on the event.
that's what I'm saying. Like they make very little, if anything, from ticket sales. Um,
Yeah,
some of them are paid because the the venue pays them because they know that those people will bring in customers, but they only get a portion of the proceeds from that. The venue gets most of the proceeds from tickets and stuff. They rely on either sales at the expo, like sometimes signatures and stuff like that. They'll
yeah.
sell bonus, which usually goes to the people doing the signatures and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. But, um, uh, yeah, they probably just balanced it out and said, you know what, with COVID and everything the way it is, there's not going to be as many people, there's not going to be as much exposure. It's probably not worth it. Or
Yeah,
they,
but
Mm.
it was still was fun to be there.
Oh,
Just give me a moment. I'm just want to show you something.
I wish I could do that, but I don't have a card that can do that yet.
live from the.
Live
They're not
from
RTX cards that you're
God knows
wrestling,
where.
are they?
No, I'm running two 970s, sadly.
Oh. Live from the floor, it's Darius.
NVIDIA broadcast station.
So, for example, I
Ah,
had a chance to see a demo. I wasn't able to play it. I've seen a demo of Anno 1800.
oh, meanwhile, somewhere Steph has just suddenly went bolt upright and went, I know.
And the game is quite nice, quite fast paced. It's worker placement game. However, it's not like most of the times when okay, I do this, I do this, I do this, and that's it. No, it's do this, do this, do this. Then with that, I will do that, and then I will trade, and I will keep doing this, and I will keep doing that. And there are no turns per se in this game,
Yeah, it's constant.
and there are turns. However, they are flexible. It's up to the players when to take them. So I really like that kind of concept. So you can keep doing whatever you want to be doing, making a pass, let the other player to do something, and when it's come back to you, you can, okay, you build this soap factory. Now I want to buy that soap because I need the soap for something I need to build.
Okay.
Got
So that was really fun. Obviously, there was a lot of great scenery to
Oh my
look
god, he's
at.
in a village.
Yeah, well, it was tiny models
That's really cool.
for some like Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
See, I wish I had that.
Um,
I have to do mine in Tabletop Simulator now, and it's not easy to build in Tabletop Simulator.
yeah,
You make one little
well,
mistake
it
and it
looks
falls apart.
great. It does looks great. However, it's not as convenient to have it unless you would like a literally a warehouse to play the games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's be honest,
Um,
Immaterial Gamers is not earning warehouse money yet.
anyone like football?
It's a
Soccer?
football-based board game.
Yeah. Football
Soccer?
manager thingy. Yeah, you are a manager of the football team.
Soccer?
So football, soccer, whatever. And you're trying to score points, win the game, etc. It's football.
I see,
Soccer?
look at that. Football fortunes.
I'm gonna edit the video, the current live, and put soccer over that.
And also, I play necromancer kind of board game stuff, cyberpunk pink.
Cool, okay.
Well, however, the guys try too much with so little. So you don't have too much space on the board, etc. And they are trying to add too many things at once to this game to make it work, which is just basically breaking it. It was interesting at the beginning for me, but the deeper I got into it, especially the missions, was there was no point for having the missions because at the end of the game, you were fighting other players for this title, basically.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like it's
It should have just been
great.
PvP or PvE the whole way.
Oh yeah. Just trying to like
That's cool.
another sculpture, another tiny sculpture to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know how people
Uh, th-
make things that small. Like, I can see the dirt granules.
yeah, well, I'm trying my best as well with some of them.
That's actually pretty cool.
Eh,
It's
I
half
do like
done.
that.
It's half done. So
I'm gonna give you
I hope.
a design, and you need to make me my character for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Another sculpture.
That's
Sorry,
really cool.
I just when I went into that alley with where they were presenting basically D&D models
Yeah, well, you.
painted and etc. I just couldn't resist
Well,
not to
yeah.
take some pictures
I love it.
because
It's like holiday photos, but it is cool. It's just like next slide, please.
yeah.
Click.
Speaking of
Um,
things that Darius has to do, we gotta get him to make us some emoticons for Twitch.
Me and Darius have been discussing.
Okay.
He's looking at he's getting his homeboys there
troopers.
to be working on like possibly some either little animated avatars immaterial gamer style, but also the badges to basically work on a ranking system, bit like oh
Have
my
you
god,
ever
is that a
played
giant
Pandemic?
pandemic board?
Oh yeah, it's really
That's
big. Also, they had same size of
Huge.
Catan and Tickets to Ride. And as you can see, we here. Well, I'm not sure you can see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone's
that
definitely holding Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend. We bought the 15th anniversary edition of it.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
We've
You know
played
what?
it. We played it first time over there, and we decided, right, this is a cool game. Let's have it.
I think it actually really should on the play session idea. I'll think about it at some point of just getting more of those Asmodee board games like Ticket to Ride and all that, and just they will work.
Yeah.
And also, we've
Board
played
games.
Photosynthesis, a really
Trees.
nice, yeah, basically game about the trees. And it is, I think it went on our list to buy things because we get the chance to play. I always
Yeah.
seen it. I always seen the picture because it looks great. I never had the chance to try it. This time I did, and yeah, it's really great. Awesome game for like hour and a half. And I do recommend this game for 4 players, basically. So yeah, that's basically that's what we got. Some game, we got Die Tower, some goodies in the bag, and magazine, and a free card game.
Ooh.
Yay!
That's
So
pretty
yeah, it
cool.
was really great. It was really good. It was really great to be there. However, yes, it wasn't as big as it used to be.
But you'd
So
expect it to go back to what it was like next year, right?
yeah, I hope so. It will be a
Uh,
shame if they would do not go back to it.
Oh God, yeah. Actually, what if they just decide? Yeah, we do like the smaller scale event. I don't know why we went and bought 3 floors worth of stuff. Why don't we just?
Yeah. No, I hope they will go back to it because right now it was like within I think we spent like 6 hours over there and were done.
Mm.
Um, when the previous times when I went to the expo, uh, I've spent literally 8 to 10 hours, and yeah, that wasn't enough. And I didn't have the ticket for the next day.
Oh.
So hopefully for the next year, it will be back in the full scale, and I will be there for at least 2 days. So yeah,
Oops. Cool. Right. Couple of other bits of news then on our side. Just one that I found that was pretty cool. Steph had posted this, but I saw this on Kotaku a couple of days back as well. There's a well-known Minecraft server
yes,
by the name of 2B2T, standing for Two Builders, Two Tools. And advertises itself basically as an anarchy server. It's basically Minecraft's answer to 4chan and Kiwi Farms and Something Awful. So it's like if you want to put like the worst sculptures of humanity in Minecraft, say you just want to walk around and see a swastika, well, there's the server for you. But it was a story of an almost like 2 year long griefing attack by a bunch of hackers using an exploit called NoCom, which was basically a radaring tool in Minecraft to stop people because the server was like, well, everyone can do what they want. There's no rules, blah blah blah. Apart from, you know, don't go destroying all the stuff at the same time because I'll just reset everything and blah blah blah. What NoCom did is it basically pinged any players around a bunch of AFK players that they'd set up around the chunks in Minecraft to then just get a full like heat map of where
yeah,
players were putting all their structures, and then other groups, once they learned that this existed, were using that information to then steal resources, destroy dodgy structures, like a giant 10-foot cock, and all that sort of stuff. And so it's a really interesting reading. There is actually a video. I don't know if it actually shows it. Actually, yeah, here we go. So there's a video out by Fit MC. It's 25 minutes long, and I'm going to put it in the link in Twitch.
In the chat.
So in the chat, so people can just have a look at it. But it just explains the whole sort of situation of what happened over these 2 years. And now the exploit's gone. Then of course you'd know by the end of that's how that was going to happen. But it's a pretty interesting situation if you want to have a sort of a look in regards to that. If you've got the time and you just want to
Mhm.
see stuff going on from there. And then the last bit of news, because everyone knows someone who has a fear of holes. Final Fantasy XIV Online, just as a thing, according to Eurogamer, but I did see this before. The developers of Final Fantasy XIV have had to redesign the logo for one of the classes in the game, the Sage, because people have been triggered by their trypophobia, which is a fear of holes. The logo for Sage has uniform holes in the thing, and generally that people who have a fear of holes don't like
They don't like
uniform
it.
holes. So yeah, they're redesigning the icon
This world
just
is
to
something special. I have to say.
you never know. You don't know anyone with trypophobia.
No, but I'm not saying it's anything bad. I'm just saying, like, nowadays, you can't do anything. You have to, like, there's always going to be somebody that's going to make you change whatever you do. Oh, wait, I got
Well,
to change the way I just said that.
yeah, but no, Martin and me, we both know someone with trypophobia. It's Dom.
So they
Just to
didn't
throw it out
think
there,
through
it
the
is.
design, did it?
Yeah, it's tough to have uniform holes everywhere. It's
Doesn't
especially
every person have a uniformed hole?
no, not a hole, not a hole. She's not scared of someone's mouth hole, but like come up to like a piece of fabric or something with the exact same hole pattern all the way through.
Hmm.
Okay,
Well,
it's an
technically
irrational fear, I understand, but
all fabric does that. Don't tell her that, though.
Yeah, but it's
Don't tell
not
her
visible to the
that. She'll never wear
naked
clothes
eye.
again.
she'll
That's
argue.
what we tell him.
No,
Have to be
generally
visible
it's also
to the naked
the
eye.
holes have to be a little bit bigger, not microscopic holes.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
I
But
know.
what the hell is panophobia?
No. Are we going to check every single phobia now in
I've
existence?
heard of it,
just
but I've heard of it, but I can't remember what it is.
panophobia is the vague or persistent dread of some unknown evil. So basically, it's a fear of horror.
You're scared of scary
Okay.
things.
Yeah. What?
I'm scared of scary things, but scary things don't scare me. Just scared of scary things.
Yeah. I'm scared of scary stuff.
All right. Well, we've almost made an
Famous.
hour. Do we have any last things we could say? We got 4 minutes
Any last words?
to make an hour.
I've
Any last words, guys?
I've added Darius's suggestion for what he wants to do for the Spooktober Spectacular into the dev chat now.
Oh.
Yep.
So we now actually have 4 out of 5 weeks, if those ideas want to go ahead, that we can fill into the slots now.
Cool.
Where's that's pinned, right?
It is pinned.
It has been.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because I wanted to say that I definitely want to.
Going on the back.
I might even like try to live stream a horror game or something because I'm very bad at horror games because they literally make me very nervous.
I'm just wondering, do we want to put phantasmophobia in there? Like
I don't
a
even.
first person. It's like the idea is it's like a co-op first person game where you investigate houses to try and figure out for clients to try and figure out what evil spooks are. haunting their houses, except after 5 minutes of investigation, that ghost is not happy with you being in that house investigating them, and will try and lock you in rooms and freak you out to death.
Yeah.
So basically, you've got 5 minutes to get out.
Well, you've got 5 minutes to start investigating. The investigation will generally usually take more than 5 minutes. But it's just after that 5-minute timer can randomly start attacking other players. And it's all done by proximity chat and voice activity.
Oh god. Yeah. See,
So
like I still haven't been able to play. What are those horror games that keep going on sale on Steam?
Amnesia?
Amnesia. I played the demo of that and I was cringing over it. I just couldn't. So I'm like the worst when it comes to horror games. I love horror movies. They don't scare me, and I always know when things are gonna pop up. But horror games, I don't know. I guess you
Just
get a little bit
having
more.
that bit of agency makes it a bit
Yeah, you just because you get into it a
weird.
little bit more, I guess.
Mm.
I don't know. Like
But
games,
we'll keep.
it might be the fact that you don't really get a weapon or anything, so you always have to hide and like, I don't know. I can't
Mm.
put a finger on it, but it gets me every time. Every time.
Fair enough. But, we'll keep updating people on when that's happening, but that will be happening during the month of October, so it's pretty close now.
Yeah, month away. So.
Yep, it is.
All right. Well, I guess we could do our sign off, which is if you like what you see, give us a follow. Hey, even a subscription if you want.
Yeah, it'll help us do more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we're on pretty much all social medias. We have all of our videos will go to our YouTube channel. You can find all of those on our Twitch page or on our YouTube page. All of those links are there. Audio versions of this podcast are available anywhere you get a podcast. So, hey, we're everywhere. You can't get away from us, so you might as well just listen.
Yeah, you might as well just join us and have a laugh and have some fun. Oh, Steph's ruined the bloody screen.
Way to go, Stefan.
I only did it to say bucket.
Bucket.
Get out.
I was wondering why Ryan was half off the screen. Technically, he should have been able to
bloody
talk,
Steph.
but I had it set to. I didn't turn off video combat or people's.
Womp.
Because I didn't need to. I didn't
Womp,
need to.
womp,
I didn't need to.
It's fine. Right, well, we'll go and reprimand Terry.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Ah,
See you
Bye.
later.